Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chris Brown, your state senator, and I want to welcome you again to today's coronavirus update. I hope all of you are doing well. I'm joining you today because as we talk about each week, it's important that we do everything we can to get you as much information regarding local issues and families here dealing with the coronavirus in Atlantic County. Well, it's now day 68. We've gotten rid of the quarantine beard, but we are unable to get our hair cut. Just one of the areas we are working and pushing the governor to work with South Jersey and understand that we can start reopening and doing it responsibly so that families can get back to work, we can get back to normal, and we have to do it in a responsible manner, understanding that Atlantic County, in particular within South Jersey, for two reasons, should be looked at differently. First of all, North Jersey, their effect from the coronavirus is much, much greater, thank God, for South Jersey than it is here. We have spoken with the hospitals and the staff. There is enough right now, ventilators, ICU beds, hospital beds, PPE, so that we know that if there were to be a small spike, that we would be able to handle it. And if we open responsibly, we can make it work. We also know that South Jersey is different in our economy than is North Jersey. And we are so dependent upon our summer tourism and our summer business that we need to be proactive and creative. And I have all the confidence in the world of not just the people from Atlantic County, but these small business owners who know and understand we do not want to do anything that's going to jeopardize someone else. And so we can reopen in a manner which complies with all of the preconditions and does everything that we need to do to make sure that we get back in business. During this update, if you know anyone who may benefit from the information we're providing, please go ahead and hit Facebook Live on your computer or on your phone or however you're viewing this. That way your friends will also be able to see them. And what that does is whether they're veterans, seniors, single parents, whatever it may be, we have information that will be helpful to them. Also, as you know, I continually post information on my Facebook page. It's in the Coronavirus Resource Center. This was created to give information to local Atlantic County families to try to take it from all the different places so that you don't have to, so that you can have a one-stop shop where everything Atlantic County that you would want or need to know is provided for you. Unfortunately, today's guest, Matt Doherty of the CREDA, minutes ago, let us know that he's been called away and he's unavailable. So we're going to have to try to get him on a different date. I can tell you that Matt's doing the best he can, and he apologizes for not being able to join all of us. But I can tell you a couple things that CREDA is doing. The CREDA has funded a special business relief program with NJEDA. If you have any questions about what CREDA is doing, in the comments section, I am now posting CREDA's email and CREDA's phone number, and please call them. They're there. They're public servants designed to serve you, and they're very courteous and very happy to answer your questions. They've also been providing funding for our area food banks, which obviously is very important during this time. They've worked with the management company and the New Jersey Department of Health to set up the convention center as a field hospital. In addition to that, some of the things that we have been working on here in our office and can bring to you more information. I'm going to post this in the comments section. We're going to get to unemployment benefits and give everyone an update. Nothing's changed. It's a colossal failure. It is a failure in preparation. It is a failure in the action, and it is a failure in the response. And I assure you that myself, along with my staff, and anybody who wants to help us volunteer, we trained our staff, and our staff trains volunteers to help each and every one of you get through unemployment and all the questions you have to answer. So we are here to help. But in the comments section, you will see unemployment. If you have any questions, their email address will be there, myunemployment.nj.gov, or you can call 856-507-2340. Anyone having any issues with their children or needs emergency assistance for their children, they can go to www.childcarenj.gov/emergency. The Atlantic County Office for our seniors, Meals on Wheels, all of the services, anyone in need of essential medical treatment, you may call 888-426-9243. Under these stressful times, you may need somebody to talk to. You may just need to get some things off your chest. Whatever the reason, counseling services are being provided by our friends at Jewish Family Service. That number is 609-822-1108. Anyone needing food or having trouble feeding their family for whatever reason, the Community Food Bank is here. They have food. There are so many great Atlantic County residents and businesses who are help volunteering to make sure that the food bank is stocked. You may call 1-800-123-4567. Any women who are experiencing any issues at all, now, especially under these times, there's the Avanzar Women's Shelter. The phone number is 1-800-286-4184 or 609-646-6767. Small business, anyone who has a small business who has any questions, any issues, you may reach out to www.cv.business.nj.gov. And again, all of these are being posted in the comments section. And of course, something near and dear to my heart, along with all of the other people we're helping, are our veterans services. And the Veterans Crisis Line, 800-273-8255, extension 1. NJ Vet to Vet Hotline, 866-838-7654. Those are all the information for everyone to utilize. And I also want to make sure we are aware that there's a nursing home complaint hotline number. That's a nursing home complaint hotline number, 1-800-792-9770. That's a lot of information. We're putting it out there. Anybody, if you know anybody who may benefit from it, please go ahead and let them know. So talking locally, the statistics for Atlantic County. As of May 26, Atlantic County has reported 2,097 cases. Sadly, there are 149 deaths with 712 recovered. By the calculation provided to us through Atlantic County site, our 14-day average of new cases, which of course, as you know, is a health parameter that has been set by Governor Murphy, is and remains on a downward trend. Hospitalization in South Jersey is also moving downward. The rate of positive tests is also declining statewide from 41.7% on May 1st to only 5% as of May 21st. And that's thanks to all of you. It's awesome. Thank you for flattening the curve. As we speak right now, an update on the South Jersey Transportation Authority. With all our families having so much to worry about during this pandemic, government at its worst is being exhibited by the South Jersey Transportation Authority. They scheduled a public hearing a few weeks back during a pandemic to raise tolls. And we've communicated, we've testified, we've written to the chairman, we've spoken with members of the board and explained to them, in my lifetime, I never imagined I would have to make this statement. Please don't hold a public hearing at a time when the governor has placed a quarantine on the residents and requires them to stay home. Common sense tells you it's impossible to hold a public hearing in the middle of a quarantine. And it is not good policy, it's not good government, and it's everything that's wrong with some of the things that go on in the state of New Jersey. And as of this moment today at 1:30, they are convening and they're going to vote to raise the tolls. To raise the tolls, and I just think about that. They're voting to raise the tolls as we're hoping to come out of the quarantine. At a time when we need more people to visit, when we need more people to arrive here, we need to find ways to help our businesses, help the casinos, help our families. They're raising the tolls. It makes absolutely no sense, and there's no urgency to it. In addition to that, the main people that this will hurt, this is a regressive increase. It's not based on your income. The single working mom who comes from EHT and gets to Atlantic City to work, whatever industry, whatever she may be doing, has a 40% increase per day in her tolls. That's just unfair. It's unconscionable. So if you would like to voice your opinion, I'm encouraging everyone, please call the SJTA today. Call into the hearing. The phone number is 800-346-7359. The access code is 492851. I'm going to post that for everyone. It's at 1:30 today. And if you think it's a bad idea to, first of all, raise tolls coming out of the highest unemployment we've had since the recession, the Great Recession, if you think it's a bad idea to force more costs onto working families at a time when they can afford it the least, and then even worse, procedurally sneak it in, hoping that people like me don't pay attention and don't let people like you know, we should let our voices be heard, and we should say, this is wrong. It's a pandemic. If anything, the procedure of it to do it during a pandemic is unconscionable. And I will tell you that they made these plans way before the coronavirus outbreak, and we're looking for a way to get it done without general public being aware of it. Well, if they were able to change their plans, and things have changed, the things have changed for people who live here as well, and they need to be responsive to us. Now, moving to another topic, one of the areas that we have spent countless hours, continue to do so. We have basically turned our office as best we can into a branch of the unemployment labor. Unfortunately, early on, despite urging, the governor chose not to take some of the people who were on leave because of coronavirus and transfer them in, despite our request. We finally passed legislation, and finally the governor is beefing up the Department of Labor, and in particular the unemployment claims. We continue to have over 1,000 active files, human beings, people who we are trying to help. In fact, I spoke with the Commissioner of Labor, Robert, just a few minutes ago to provide me a specific update and discuss with him Atlantic County in particular. We are the highest per capita claims in the state, Atlantic County, and we deserve and continue to fight for the appropriate response and treatment from the Department of Labor. This week, what we have been told is everyone who claimed in March should be getting your benefits. Personally, I don't believe them. And if you claimed in March and you have not received any benefits, please call my office. We will continue to work with you. We will continue to follow up. And we understand nothing short of receiving a check so you can feed your family is appropriate. So here's the beauty. The state comes in and orders you out of work, orders the businesses closed, and then doesn't process your claim for unemployment, and then says you can't reopen and you just have to figure out how to make it work. That's completely unacceptable. And in our legislative office, we are doing everything we can to make sure we right this administration's wrong. One of the things the Department of Labor is doing is they're rolling out a 13-week extensions. They're notifying workers who have exhausted their state unemployment benefits by email and text message that, if eligible, they will be able to certify for weekly benefits according to a schedule based on your Social Security number. Once approved, claimants will be able to certify for any back weeks they're eligible for up to the week that ends March 28th, and will be able to claim the additional $600 supplement known as Pandemic Unemployment Compensation, starting the week ending April 4th. Now, the payments usually arrive in 2 business days after certifying. The supplemental payment arrives separately several days later. The link to review this information is being posted. It's too long for me to just try and say it, so it's going in the comments section. And believe me, I understand nothing short of receiving your benefits matters. And we have been able to resolve a lot of claims, and we continue to resolve them. But I will tell you, the Department of Labor and the Unemployment Division is such a colossal failure that for every 5 we resolve, we get 50 new ones. And as quick as our mailbox fills up, we empty it, return everybody's call, and in a couple hours it's full again. So what I want everyone to understand is if you call, email, or message, I apologize if you had to leave a message. When you do, please make sure you leave your name, your phone number, and your email so we can get back to you. We are getting back to everyone and interceding on your behalf with the Department of Labor as best as we can. Now, there are a number of families who have left me voicemails who we have called back multiple times with no answer or ability to leave a message. I get it, just like you. I don't like answering calls on my cell phone or my home phone from a number I don't recognize. But what I'm asking you during this unique and difficult time, please answer your phone and please respond to your emails, even if you don't recognize. We have volunteers and some staff working from home all day long, every day, trying to move your claims along. And I think that sometimes when they call, you're not responding because you don't recognize the number. So I'm asking you, please do. I would also say to you, unemployment is in the process of making phone calls along with emails. So please make sure you alter your normal style and respond, pick up. If the phone rings, just pick up. If we get through this, pick up. We continue to intercede on your behalf, and once we hear from unemployment, we get back to you right away. I wish I could provide everyone with daily updates, but there are so many people we have to get back to and get information so we can call unemployment on their behalf. We're able to respond as quickly as possible. Because of the work that we've been doing, and I am very fortunate with the volunteers, and if anybody wants to volunteer, please, we could use your help. And it's not just us, we could use your help so that we can help the working families who are trying to survive during this period of unemployment. When I say working families, I'm talking about these are families and people who want to work. They didn't choose to be out of work. They want to work, and they're trying to get back to work. And so everything we can do to help them is important. Some of the work we've been doing, I guess the word has gotten out, and we are getting quite a few calls from people outside of Atlantic County, outside of our district. And I will help you, but my priority in my heart is here with Atlantic County. So as you contact me, I give you the information for your local legislators. We will, and we do, help everybody, but I put the priority Atlantic County first. Here's an update on testing. Atlantic County is currently taking appointments for virus testing. The next available is Thursday, May 28th at a new location, Route 9 and Dolphin Avenue in Northfield, behind the Atlantic County Public Works Building, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. County residents who are symptomatic and have a doctor's prescription may make an appointment at www.atlantic-county.org/COVID/ that will be put in the comments. If you do not have internet access, you may call 609-645-7700, extension 4381. The county has been on a regular schedule of testing on Tuesdays and Thursdays of each week, so keep checking their website. And as we talk about, Atlantic City is also doing testing. However, that is for their Atlantic City residents only. Drive-through testing at Surf Stadium, 545 North Albany Avenue on Fridays only, starting at 10 a.m. Walk-up testing at the Showboat parking lot, Atlantic Pacific and Delaware, Maryland Avenues on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 10 a.m. You must make an appointment. I'm going to post the website where you can book your appointment and in the comments, or you may call 609-318-6990. Some of our local updates of what's happening with some of the restrictions being relaxed. As I shared with you last week, as a father of a son who graduated Rutgers University and my daughter who graduated Atlantic Cape Community College, our families and our children, they work so hard. Parents, we support them so much, whether it's a financial, emotional, their homework, quite frankly, from my perspective, I'm not really able to help them there, but emotionally and support and the love that we give them. And a graduation is an important celebration. And so I am happy to say that last week, along with my legislative colleagues, we continue to push the governor to trust our high schools to stage well-planned events that would offer our students the recognition they earned. It looks as though Governor Murphy announced that the Department of Education and the Office of the Secretary of Higher Education are going to issue updated guidance allowing school districts and colleges to hold modified in-person graduation ceremonies beginning July 6th. And the guidance will include everything they need to do to make sure that they're done safely. We certainly don't want to jeopardize anyone. We don't want to do it in a manner that is not smart and thought out, but it is time. And I thought everyone should know that the opportunity is going to present itself. When it comes to other openings, such as churches, synagogues, houses of worship, we understand that if you can stand in Walmart and touch things that everyone else touched, if you can go on the boardwalk, if you can go into different stores, liquor store, then you should be able to go to church or synagogue. There should be a way that we can open them up safely through social distancing. Perhaps you take their temperature, but I believe it is time, and we are ready to start preparing to open our houses of worship. Now more than ever, we need them. We continue to push the governor and work with our religious leaders to develop ways in which we can do so without jeopardizing anyone. But if it's okay to buy medical pot and get alcohol and they're essential, but God isn't, there's something wrong. If we're able to jam all those people in a Walmart, we're able to jam everybody into a liquor store, certainly we can find thoughtful ways to let them go to church or celebrate their God. It's been the time. All of us were told, here's what we need you to do. Shut everything down, quarantine in place, flatten the curve. And when we flatten the curve, we're going to be able to reopen. We're going to make sure that we have the hospital beds, the PPE, the ICU units, the ventilators, the medical staff. Well, we're at a point where we're laying off medical staff because they're not needed. Now, that's because of elective surgeries and other reasons that the hospitals are not at full capacity. It is time. We've done what we've been asked to do, and it's time to now look to recovering and phasing everything back in responsibly and smartly. So what is open? Here's a quick rundown of where we are. Beaches and lakes will be open. Capacity restrictions, of course, by the municipalities. Swimming permitted at beaches and lakes, up to the towns to determine how to protect swimmers and lifeguards. Restrooms at beaches, lakes, parks, and golf courses may reopen with proper cleaning and sanitations. Beaches can't deny the access. Boardwalk restaurants are open for delivery and takeout only. But for example, the Beer Garden in Atlantic City, there should be no reason why people can't socially distance outside, sitting at a chair, at a table, distancing from one another. So we need to use our common sense and understand that, yes, if you're an indoor restaurant or a liquor store or eatery, yes, it may have to be curbside. However, even those businesses should be able to formulate a plan, submit it, and start reopening in a conscientious, well thought out, a manner that follows the CDC guidelines, that we make sure we're all protected, but at the same time, let's start getting things back to normal. Masks will not be required on beaches, lakes, and restaurants, but they are strongly recommended and must be utilized if 6-foot distancing cannot be maintained. Charter boat and boat rentals to resume as of last Sunday, May 17th. Batting cages and golf ranges, shooting and archery ranges, horseback riding, swimming pools, and municipal pools are open. Elective surgeries and other invasive procedures will be allowed effective Tuesday, May 26th, which obviously is important, all of these reopenings and understanding that it's time to get moving. In-person sales at auto and motorcycle dealerships and bicycle shops are permitted. And that is the list as it stands right now. We will continue to add to it as it moves forward. You can go to the coronavirus update. I want to thank you for joining me today. As I mentioned, the information we shared on this Facebook Live will be added to my Coronavirus Resource Center for Atlantic County families on our Facebook page. If you have any questions, we are here to help. A lot of times people get elected and they hide under a rock and you don't see them till they got to run again. We are here. We are giving you and pleading with you. If there's anything we can do to help you, that's the whole reason we got involved. That's the whole reason anybody should get involved. And now more than ever, people need help. And so we are here doing this Facebook Live. You have my office number, 609-677-8266, or you can email me at senchrisabrown@njledge.org. I will continue to do the best I can to help each and every one of you, get you as much information as possible. But in the meantime, understand that we love you, we care about you, and working together, we will get through this. God bless you and thank you.